Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay, and you're currently in a spiritual hot mess. Today, I want to talk to you about stress triggers and how to identify them. Stress triggers are anything that causes you to feel stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed. They can be different for each person, but some common ones are work, school, family, health, finances, or social situations. So if you'd like to know more about identifying your stress triggers, then stick around. Okay folks, so in this video, I will provide you with 6 ways you can learn how to identify your stress triggers and ways you can manage them better. Stress triggers can have a negative impact on your mental health and physical health, so it's important to be aware of them and learn how to cope with them. Before we start, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of my new videos. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you for your support. Now let's get started. Tip number 1, know your body's stress response. When you are feeling stressed, your body sends signals such as increased heart rate, sweating, muscle tension, headache, stomach ache, or chest pain. These are signs that your body is in fight or flight mode, which is a natural response to a perceived threat or challenge. By paying attention to these signals, you can recognize when you are stressed and what triggers it. You can also use these signals as a cue to take action and calm yourself down. Tip number 2, listen to the words you use. The way you talk to yourself and others can also reveal your stress triggers. Do you sometimes say things like, "I can't handle this. This is too much. I'm so stressed out," or "I hate this"? These are examples of negative self-talk, which can increase your stress levels and make you feel worse. By noticing the words you use, you can identify the situations or events that cause you stress and how you perceive them. You can also try to replace these words with more positive and realistic ones, such as, "I can do this. This is challenging but manageable. I'm feeling stressed, but I can cope." Or, "I don't like this, but I can learn from it." Tip number 3, keep a note of the times you get stressed. Another way to identify your stress triggers is to keep a journal or a log of the times you feel stressed. You can write down the date, time, place, situation, people involved, and how you felt and reacted. This can help you track your stress patterns and see what triggers you the most. You can also use this information to plan ahead and avoid or minimize your exposure to these triggers or prepare yourself to deal with them more effectively. Tip number 4, recognize rumination. Rumination is when you repeatedly think about the same negative or stressful thoughts without finding a solution or taking action. It can make you feel stuck, hopeless, and depressed. Rumination can also trigger more stress as you keep replaying the worst case scenario in your mind. To identify rumination, you can ask yourself these questions. Am I thinking about the same thing over and over again? Am I focusing on the past or the future rather than the present? Am I blaming myself or others for what happened or what might happen? Am I looking for problems rather than solutions? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are probably ruminating. To stop rumination, you can try to distract yourself with a positive or productive activity such as reading, listening to music, exercising, or doing a hobby. You can also challenge your negative thoughts with more rational and optimistic ones, or talk to someone you trust and get their perspective. Tip number 5, ask other people. Sometimes we may not be aware of our own stress triggers, or we may deny or minimize them. That's why it can be helpful to ask other people such as your friends, family, or co-workers for their feedback. They may notice things that you don't, or they may have a different point of view. You can ask them questions like, "What do you think stresses me out the most? How do you know when I'm stressed? How do I cope with stress? What do you think I can do to reduce my stress? By asking other people, you can gain more insight into your stress triggers and how you deal with them. You can also get some advice and support from them, which can make you feel less alone and more empowered. And finally, tip number 6. You're ill and can't shake a simple cold. Now, I am not a doctor. However, if you find yourself getting sick more often than usual or having trouble recovering from a minor illness, it could be a sign that you are under too much stress. Stress can weaken your immune system and make you more vulnerable to infections and diseases. It can also delay your healing process and prolong your recovery time. To identify if your stress is affecting your health, you can pay attention to these symptoms: frequent colds, flu, or sore throat, headaches, migraines, or back pain, digestive problems such as nausea, diarrhea, or constipation, skin problems such as acne, eczema, or psoriasis, allergies, asthma, or arthritis, insomnia, fatigue, or low energy. If you experience any of these symptoms, you should consult your doctor and get the appropriate treatment. You should also try to reduce your stress levels and improve your lifestyle habits, such as eating well, sleeping enough, exercising regularly, and relaxing more. Well, there you have it. These are some of the tips that can help you identify your stress triggers and manage them better. Remember, stress is a normal and inevitable part of life, but it doesn't have to control you or harm you. By being aware of your stress triggers and coping with them in healthy ways, you can improve your well-being and happiness. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what are your stress triggers and how do you deal with them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.